What's going on, guys? My name is Boss. Welcome to another video. So today we're gonna take a look at the matchup between Empire and Dark Elves. I recently showed another matchup between me and Han Samurai. Well, he basically put on a lesson to me, and right now we are just trying to play his idea. And I mean, it's pretty much his list, but I did a little bit, slightly a little bit modification, and let's see how this is gonna do against other DE players. And today, Dark Elves are leading by Lightingstrikes, and Empire is leading by me. Alright, as we log into the game, which will happen pretty soon, I suppose. It's a bit slow today. There you go. Alright, we're gonna pause and introduce my opponent's army. So, he's got 3 units of Dark Rider exposed. These guys are very good crossbow unit. They do a lot of missile damage, and they are very decent, and they are pretty fast. And then he's also got 2 Shades unit. So OTO is a very strong range contingent. And then at the back, he's also got 2 units of Reaper Bolt Throwers. Those Reaper Bolt Throwers are gonna be very deadly in this matchup as well. For the leadership, he's got Marathi, right? Supreme Sorcerer of Death, wow. With Arcane Conduit, the Fatal Bina, Spirit Leech, and Knife Leeching. Pretty standard stuff. And for the infantry, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dray Spears. And of course, he's got Shenanigans, Harvesters, the Regiments of Renown, Doomfire Warlocks, alongside with 2 Cold One Knights. There you go, with spears. And that's it. That's his army. And for me, for the front line, I have 4 units of Flaglans. For the back line and side, I have 4 spears. The cheapest one. And then in the center, I have 4 handguns. Pretty much the Samurai's idea. But for Cav, I actually have 4 Empire Knights instead of 3. I have 4 cavalry units. And for the caster, I have a Ember Wizard with a Power Stone, Transformation of Kadon, Flock of Doom, and Wire Heart. For the leadership, I have Carl Franz. It's a little bit risky. Actually, I'm not too sure, because I think Boris would be better because Boris can heal himself. But I still picked Carl Franz. And I have Regnant's Room Fan, I have Foe Seeker, and Hold Your 9. Alright, let's see how this is gonna play out. So basically, I will notice that he's got 2 artillery and a bunch of the skirmishers, so I would have to just advance. But right now, I'm just trying to move my handguns in a little bit to get some damage onto those Dark Rider Reaper crossbows. As you can see, they did a lot of damage onto them, which is quite nice actually. I think my opponent reacted a little bit slow, so that's why they actually took a lot of damage. And then I think I'm gonna shift those handgunners to a very thin line. There you go, because in this formation they can effectively dodge those bolt runners. And then the first Manticore coming in onto the field, just crawling outside the ground. And Carl Franz is actually pushing in as well, trying to zoom those Shades away. I believe Shades are not fire while moving, so as long as they're moving, they're not really damaging us, which is good. And more shots coming in onto those Dark Rider expos, so basically, yeah, I think my handgunners actually did a lot. And then, I believe Manticore is targeting those both throwers, which is nice. And then I'm just trying to push everything in, and then trying to just pour in from the right flank. And as I'm just engaging, then head on. And as you can see here, I would like to slow down things a little bit. Flagellant's actually gonna crush those Stray Spears. This is probably a few matchups where actually Flagellant is gonna be really good. And Manticore actually made onto those both are, which is quite nice. Yeah, considering. And then Carl Franz is just chilling there, not really doing anything. And let's put back onto the normal speed. And I would like also to say that there was a Fatal Buna or maybe Spear onto those Empire Knights, which did a touch of damage. And these guys are just coming in. And then the second Manticore, like I was just really going ham with those Manticores because I knew that if I can get them as fast as possible, they can actually put a lot of value. As you can see here, the first Manticore is still fighting, and the second Manticore is already coming in. So that's really good. And then I engaged Carl Franz onto those Code 1 Spear Knights, and then together with those Empire Knights, I believe I'm gonna pop the Reckless Room Fan pretty soon. There you go. I popped that spell, and yeah, just gonna do a lot of damage onto them. And right now I'm just using my handguns to poke onto those Code 1 Knights, and also those Shinesters, Harvesters, and I believe I was trying to use those Empire Knights to zoom those Expos away, but as you can see here, that's definitely not a good idea. If you are hesitating like me, you're just gonna get shredded by those three Cold Rider Spears. Sorry, Cold Rider Expos. And then the center is pretty much all Empire, considering, because you got angry Manticores in the center. You have everything pouring from the flank, and the front line is actually not doing so hot for Dark Elves either on the left flank. And the Spearsmen, Empire Knights, Carl Franz just put a pounding onto those Code 1 Knights, and Snanish Harvesters. And my opponent is actually doing a good job by assisting this fight with another Code 1 Knight, but I'm not too sure whether that would be enough. And let's put back to the normal speed and see how it goes, because in this game I believe those handgunners actually didn't perform that well. Actually, this handgunner just chilling there, not really doing anything. But I'm just, because they have artillery piece, so I would just have to just push in. And that was a very good, oh, it actually got cancelled for some reason. And then I think I'm gonna target those shades with my handgunner. There you go. And these handgunners just ran into melee. And then soon I'm gonna target that Supreme Source of Death with my handgunners, and just taking a chunk of her health away, which is good. And she's actually diving in onto Carl Franz. I'm not too sure whether that's a good matchup for her. And those Flagellants actually just giving a chase to those shades to the sunset. And yeah, I believe Empire actually won the day, because basically those handgunners are still just absolutely online and unchallenged, while I still have a very healthy infantry survived in the end, plus a lot of knights. There you go, that's the game. And I wouldn't say that this Dark Elf list is actually bad, because it's got pretty much everything. It's got a front line, it's got shades, it's got the Code 1 Knights, Shenanigans Harvesters, and they have like Dark Rider crossbows, they have both warriors. They are very good, but it's just like this Empire list is very efficient at dealing with Dark Elf. Like, as I played on the other side as well, I feel really helpless in that game against Hand Samurai when I faced this list. So yeah, I would like to say that those Summer Manticores actually just gonna pull a lot of value every single matchup. Like, they're just too good. And those handgunners never got challenged, and those Flagellants performed really well against those straight spears. 58, 45, 57, 61 kills. Like, all 4 of them actually put a lot of value. And my Empire Knights actually did their job by just basically occupy the backline and just messing around, and with the support of Calfran's and the ability, the Recklin's Rune Fan, they actually suddenly become a very capable melee combatant, and they actually fought off those Cold War Knights and the Doomfire Warlocks. So yeah, all to all, this is a very good game. I really enjoyed playing against my opponent, and for now, Oracle Boss signing off.